Now you're gonna hear me on the radio station. Back then you wasn't ready for this kind of sensation. Well, I was on your bus, but I was in the back. I wore a unicorn shirt, but now I'm dressed in black. Now I'm twice as good looking. I got all the kitty I need. I'm on a roll, 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 roll. I'm on a roll, roll, roll,
You're
roll,
so
roll.
annoying.
You know what you are? You're annoying.
Roll, 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 roll.
Well, hello.
Everybody, I am Sean Rao, and you're watching another edition of Quarantine Sunday Show. This is episode 16. That's right. And we're in a new room today. I know, this is pretty bare. Sorry about that. I didn't get a chance to put up the lights that I want to get up there yet, but for now, you're just going to have to deal with me, this guitar, and the music, all right? Deal with it. Got some new songs. I'm going to play you a new song from the upcoming album that I haven't played live at all yet. Also, I'm going to play cover songs that I haven't played yet. Had to learn those. Yeah, so let's get started. Before we do, if you can, after the set, before it, whenever, if you can donate to the virtual tip jar, that would be awesome. It's not required, but it does help. And you'll see those links embedded in the video and then in the description. There's also a donate button if you're watching on my website. So yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, here's a track that is going to come out on the Darkness Dressed in Colored Lights album. This is called Squid Tattoo.
I've been up too late in this dive bar. I dipped the wrong song into alcohol. Now I love you, but I can't believe you're from Ohio. I love your squid tattoo, I love the way you live. I love your black lipstick that you're speaking with. Yeah, you strike me as just the right kind of crazy. And with this cold dark beer in my hand tonight, I'm gonna spin this room, I'm gonna change my life. I'm just waiting for you to raise one of your eyebrows. You could see just who I was the second before I fell hard into your doorway. Now, I don't wanna kill your buzz, but baby, I was losing so damn hard, going the wrong way. Oh, baby, now there's something about your way I can understand. Oh, something about your way, something about your way. Oh, let's go to North Carolina, get a cabin there, sleep in the woods at night by the shade of your hair. I can only see the future in this moment. Or maybe go to live with the urban class, buy a big brown stone, we can stain the glass. We can live off all my music and your paintings. You could see just who I was the second before I fell hard into your doorway. Now I don't wanna kill your buzz, but baby, I was losing so damn hard, going the wrong way, yeah. Oh, baby, now there's something about your way I can understand. just who I was. The second before I fell hard into your doorway. Now I don't wanna kill your buzz, but baby, I was losing so damn hard, going the wrong way. Whoa, baby, now there's something about your way I can understand.
All right, this song is a cover song by Jackson Browne. First heard this song when I was way too young to see this film called Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Great movie, though. I think it's so funny how real it was, and kind of like slightly before my time, but still very relevant to high school years for sure. And this is a famous track by that famous movie. It's called Somebody's Baby.
1, 2, 1, 2. Well, just look at that girl with the lights coming up in her eyes. She must be somebody's baby. She got to be somebody's baby. And all the guys on the corner stand back, let her walk on by. She must be somebody's baby. She got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. She's so fine. She's gotta be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gotta be somebody's baby tonight. I was talking with a friend while she thought nobody else was around. She got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. And when the cars and the signs and the street lights light up the town, she must be somebody's baby. She got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. She's so fine. She's gotta be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gotta be somebody's baby tonight. Oh yeah. She's gotta be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Oh yeah, she's gotta be somebody's baby tonight. I try to shut my eyes, but I can't get her out of my sight. I know I'm gonna know her, but I can't get over my fright. I'm gonna walk up to her, I'm gonna talk to her tonight. She's gotta be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Oh yeah, she's gotta be somebody's baby tonight.
Now, for those of you who are kind of new to my stuff, I should probably explain what I'm doing here with this one, but this is a little doohickey. I like to I weave it through the strings of my guitar to make it sound kind of wonky and different and cool. Those are the scientific terms to describe what I'm actually doing to the sound here. But it's just $1 and a pen. I have them taped together, glued together, and it's this combo of the dollar, like the thickness of the dollar, and this kind of pen. It sounds stupid, but it's true. This certain pen and this dollar really work well together to get this kind of crazy sound. I don't use it for every song because that would be kind of nuts, but certain songs are fun to use this on, and this particular song I wrote for an album called The Salesman and the Shark, and a song called Joe's Cult. Joe's Cult. Here we go.
They got me working on a staircase. Poor little Joe with his walrus face. He's the only one I really talk to now. Who are we working for? Should have signed up for AmeriCorps. So many hungry children. We could have saved the whole world by now. Our friends, I'm gonna be honest with you now. I am weary of our noble mission. There's a few of us that feel we've been led to an empty house. There are some of us who know the roof is leaking, right? They sneak around just like a garden hose. They fox us in somebody else's clothes. Give us a little book of promises. I want out of this. I want the things that I used to fight. I miss my money and I miss my life. I'm the best in Chicago. I'm gonna be honest with you now. I'm weary of our noble mission. There's a few of us that feel we've been led to an empty house. There are some of us who know the roof is leaking.
Now this song was interesting because it was causing a lot of problems for me in the studio when I originally did it back in 2011 for the Salesman and the Shark record. It was driving me nuts because like this guitar part to the song that I wrote it, but it's hard for me to keep up because it's there's these triplet rhythms in it and it's just constantly repeating. And I found my hand was just cramping up after a while doing all these takes of it, you know, trying to get it right. So finally I'm like, talked to the producer, and he's a great guitar player, and I said, can you just play it and I'll sing, and he's like, nah, man, I'm not playing it, because you play it like like it's yours. If I play it, it's going to sound different, and that's true. When that's why, like, when somebody learns a guitar solo, like a famous solo or something, they can learn every note, right? And they can play every note, and they can get the timing as good as they can get it, but there's something that's not quite right. It's never as good. It's never as good as whoever is doing it. And that's because there's like these subtleties that cannot be replicated, that are just inherent to, uniquely to that person that's doing it. So anyways, in the end, I ended up doing the part. I just need to give my hand a damn break, But this is called The Ballad of Buttermilk Falls. Here we go.
Still she cries their lonely song. It's been so long, and the stars are the same stars with the same truth. But in that river's secret, still shivering, the reckoning that came like thunder on September 1st. Four of them go blind with confidence. It was in their prints, running like the ground was made of fire. But who could know the terrible deliverance? The consequence was hidden under the water's diamond eyes. Three of them were still waiting for a sign. They dropped the line, and filling with a horrible numb. The moment whipped against the rocks, it was deafening and threatening to grow them up forever. Are you Daniel? Your signature on the breeze. Your memory has watched me. Or am I a fool to think you would wait in this place? Takes its place, and it gives her on her strongest arm to hold the rope that was never meant to kill. The current ate him like a serpent, vanishing, vanishing. Oh, nothing turns a mother from her will. One nothing turns a mother from her will. Ooh, ooh, nothing turns a mother from the will.
Well. This song is a cover song by In Excess, and if you were with me from the start on these quarantine shows in April, you might remember we did an 80s special episode that had this song in it. But since that episode, I haven't played this again. So, gonna do it again today. It's called Never Tear Us Apart. Here we go.
Don't ask me what you know is true. I don't have to tell you that I love your precious heart. And I was standing, you were there, two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. I told you, but if we could fly, 'cause if we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. And I was standing, you were there, two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart. And I was standing, you were there, two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart.
Well, this song is a track that's going to be out on the upcoming album that's due out for August. It's kind of like this. So I wrote this guitar line without coming up with lyrics for years. I had this guitar line, and if you're a guitar player, you know, and if you play concerts, you'll know what I'm talking about here. But a lot of times during the sound check, we tend to, as creatures of habit, you know, we tend to have like certain riffs that we just just come out of us, you know, and we just play those every single time for like a sound check. It's just, you know, you do it without thinking. And this was one of those things where I had this riff, which I do all the time, every time I do a sound check, which was this. And I had that forever. I knew I wanted to make a song into it, but it wasn't until it was around the time of this last album that I fleshed it out, made a song out of it. It's called Rabbit Hole. Let's do it.
bag of holes that come and you just start digging. Now you're onto something and you can't put your finger on it. When you do, that's when you don't want it, and you're not coming to your senses. You don't care what the sign on the fence is, and you almost took the gold when these flashlight batteries just went cold. Whoa, I looked everywhere, you sent me down a rabbit hole. Whoa, I looked everywhere, but I only got his foot, then I let him go. Where's the bad tone, the good distortion? It's not the right fit, not the right proportion. I'm so bored of this fake talking, looking for something for my mind to walk in. Got this perfect imperfection, the right face but the wrong reflection, and I almost took the gold when these flashlight batteries just went cold. Whoa, I looked everywhere, you sent me down a rabbit hole. Whoa, I looked everywhere, but I only got his foot, then I let him go. The sun and my sweat are flirting, tried to clean up, but nothing's working. I'm a blind mole cutting the ground. I should have found my way or been shining now, but I almost took the gold when these flashlight batteries just went cold. Whoa, I looked everywhere, you sent me down a rabbit hole. Whoa, I looked everywhere, but I only got his foot, then I let him go. I looked everywhere, you sent me down a rabbit hole. Whoa, I looked everywhere, but I only got his foot, then I said I only got his foot. I said I only got his foot, then I let him go.
All right, well, this is kind of an orphan song. You know, it's not out on anything yet. I definitely want to release it. It's fun, and I had fun writing this. It's called We're Not the Same, and dig it.
Thanksgiving this year, I think I'd rather stay at home and eat my shoes. Somebody better put some booze in my beer, 'cause that's the only way I wanna meet your crew. I said, oh now babe, this don't reflect on you, but I can't stand your uncle and your nephew too. Here's to the things that we cannot change, baby, even if we could. Oh no, I'm glad we're not the same. Over the deep fried turkey that your dad shot. Well, I know we're gonna cover my lifestyle choice, and I know we're gonna talk about Jesus a lot. Now we can't get to heaven, but there's room for our boys. I said, oh now babe, this don't reflect on you, but I can't stand your daddy and his porn. the things that we cannot change them, baby, even if we could. Oh no, I'm glad we're not the same. While here come your cousin with his wife in hand. Business on the side and front way slick. Mistook a buttercup full of garbage can. Well, his name is Richard, but to me he's just dead. I said, oh, now, babe, this don't reflect on you, but you gotta kick 'em out. I'm gonna lose my cool. It's to the things we cannot change them, baby, even if we could. Oh, no, I'm glad we're not the same.
All right, this song has to be my favorite rock and roll band of all time, AC/DC. A song called Long Way to the Top, if you want rock and roll. In 2005, I did this tour. It was the first time I was in the UK, and I was a part of this. It was just the two of us, me and a percussion player, but we were with a few other bands, and we were doing this pub tour of the UK. And those were great, but one of the things we did was we worked with the school groups a couple of times. We did these school workshops, and if you ever seen School of Rock, it was a lot like that, you know? These were kids, they ranged from like, I don't know, maybe first grade through fifth or sixth, something like that. And they were really into learning, you know? We were only there for a short period of time. We ended up getting out of this gig really late at night and going to this like church, which was a part of the school. And the headmaster there taking us around and showing us around, but we were with these kids and we were teaching them things. And the grand finale of what we did that day was they wanted us to play a song. All of the bands together playing this song, this like jam, you know. And we were in the church with the kids, and not only in the church, but like on the altar, you know. And what better song could we do but Fight for Your Right to Party? That made a lot of sense at the time. And as soon as we started laying into that, we didn't even remember all the words, but we got most of them down. The kids went freaking nuts, man. They were like jumping on the pews, running and jumping off the altar and just like throwing shit. And the headmaster guy seemed to be pretty cool with it, you know, but they were loving it. And it was just straight out of that film, before that film came out, you know. That was my School of Rock. And what a sweet memory that was. But anyways, here it is. Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll.
Riding on the highway, going to a show, stopping on the byway, playing rock and roll, getting robbed, getting stoned, getting beat up, broken bones, getting a hat, getting took. I'll tell you now, friends, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. to the top if you wanna rock and roll. You think it's easy doing one night stands? Try playing in a rock and roll band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Hotel, motel makes you want to cry. Lady, do the hard sell. No, I know the reason why. Getting old, getting gray, getting ripped off, underpaid, getting sold second hand, baby. That's the way it goes when you're playing in a band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yes, a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. You think it's easy doing one night stands? Try playing the rock and roll band. You got to try playing in a rock and roll band. You got to try playing in a rock and roll band.
Now, I feel really humbled that this song has brought a lot of people to my music that weren't there before. They saw this film called The Accountant and heard my song in it at the end of it. It's called To Leave Something Behind, and it goes like this.
I cannot say that I know you will, but you can't lie to me with all these books that you sell. I'm not trying to follow you to the end of the world, and I'm trying to leave something behind. Words have come from men and mouths, but I can't help thinking that I've heard the wrong crowd. When all the water is gone, my job will be too, and I'm trying to leave something behind. Oh, money is free, but love costs more than our bread. And the ceiling is hard to reach. Oh, the future ahead is broken and red. Still, I'd like to leave something behind. This whole world is a foreign land. We swallow the moon, but we don't know our own hand. We're running with the case, but we ain't got the gold. Yet we're trying to leave something behind. Oh, my friends, I believe we are at the wrong fight, and I cannot read what I did not write. I've been to his house, oh, but the master is gone. Still I'd like to leave something behind. There is a beast who's taking my brain. You can put me to bed, but you can't feel my pain. When the machine has taken the soul from the man, it's time to leave something behind. Oh, money is free, but love costs more than our bread. And the ceiling is hard to reach. Oh, the future ahead is already dead. Still I'd like to leave something behind. I got this feeling that I'm still at the shore, and pockets don't know what it means to be poor. I can get through the wall if you give me a door, so I can leave something behind. Oh, wisdom is lost in the trees somewhere. Oh, you're not gonna find it in some mental gray hair. It's locked up from those who hurry ahead. And it's time to leave something behind. Our money is free, but love costs more than our bread. And the ceiling is hard to reach. When my son is a man, he will know what I meant. When I was just trying to leave something behind. Just trying to leave something behind.
All right, gonna play a little Johnny Cash right now. This is a song goes out by request. I've never actually tried to cover this song. I don't know why. It's such a great song. It's called Big River, and here we go.
Talk the weeping willow while I cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears that cry for their woman are gonna flood you, Big River. I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it told me of every time I heard her draw a southern drawl. Then I heard my dream went back downstream to Borden and Davenport. I followed you, Big River, when you called. Then he took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. The freighter says she's been here, but she's gone, she's gone. And I found a trail in Memphis. As she walked up the block, she raised a few eyebrows and she went on down alone. Now down Baton Rouge, River Queen rolling on. Take that woman down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough. I dump my blues into the Gulf. She loves you, Big River, more than me. I talk the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. I showed the clouds that are cover of a clear blue sky. And the tears that cry for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Alright folks, that's all the time I got for today. If you can donate to the tip jar, please do. And thanks again for coming back week after week, a lot of you, and supporting in that way. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.